Hello, everyone. It is Karynjean, and welcome back to the studio. Excuse me. I hope you're all doing well today. It is a Friday, December, I don't know, the 8th maybe? And today I was thinking about just doing another little mask make, and I was watching Rachel's, her weekly challenge she puts out on Fridays. And I was thinking of what I was thinking of doing is actually just making some of these like coin envelopes or bags, you know, little bags that you get when you paper bags from when you purchase things. And actually on her weekly challenge, she's doing this with a modification. She is using two separate pieces of paper. Here, this is a piece of paper that you fold, right, in like not quite thirds, but you overlap it to seam it in the back and make a pouch, a bag out of it. What she's doing is she's using, I guess, double-sided paper, or she's gluing, if the paper's too thin, she's gluing the paper in half like this, and then she's taking a piece of vellum and using a piece of vellum for the top piece of the bag so that the pocket is actually a vellum pocket, a see-through pocket. Excuse me. Which I'm not going to do because I don't have that much vellum, and although I do have a lot of glassine bags, I suppose I could use that. I just don't feel like using the vellum. So, also, this is supposed to be a scrap buster. Going through the scraps. Now, this I made out of, I have this 6x6 paper pad, right? It is paper. That's what I made that one out of. But then I said, well, let me go to the scrap bucket and pull out some larger scraps. So we have these, this is book page, obviously, from the beginning of the dictionary. It might be too thin, and we actually might have to mount it onto, like, maybe a piece of craft paper like that. Might be, we'll give it a try. But then I also have pieces of tissue paper that I would definitely glue down to a piece of copy paper before I make the bag out of that. Then I have these pieces, and these are heavier pieces. So this is what we're going to do. Let's have some fun making some bags or coin pouches or whatever you want to call them. Okay, well, let's start with this one. This is 12 inches, which means it would, I want to cut it down a little bit, and also I think I want to just get rid of the white completely. So it's going to be a short stubby bag. It's going to turn out to be a short stubby bag. Just cutting the white off. I'm cutting the white off here. Just there. Some of it anyway. Okay. Now, if we roughly fold this in, well, it's going to be too, it's also going to be too big. How big is this? 11 inches. We're going to need to take it, all right. I'm just going to take a hunk off of that side. Okay, and I'm not measuring anything here. Okay, we do that. Let's get the bone folder. So we'll make sure we crease it nice, because this is cardstock. And it probably works better with, and there, lighter weight paper as opposed to this heavier cardstock. Okay, and then we actually need to fold up the bottom, but because it is heavier, I think I'm actually going to take it to the scoreboard here and score it at whatever this is. I don't know. Hope you're all doing well. What is that, about ½ an inch? I'm doing okay. My shoulder's just really been bothering me, but otherwise we're doing just fine. And then probably I'm gonna wind up cutting away most of these stars, which was not my intent. For the flap, let's do here. Oops. Okay. So now we need to cut out the blocks, the corner blocks. So I'm going to angle it in just a little bit and angle it over just a little bit. In the same way here, angle it up and angle it over. Now, also what I should probably be doing is, if I want to make it look a little fancy pants, is using this scalloped scissor of mine, or using the pinking shears. I'll use the scallop scissors though. Okay, now we need to do this here. Okay, so we're just going to, we're going to cut it down on the angle. Just to there, hopefully. And we're going to angle it just to there. And now, for this, I'm going to loosely hold this together. I'm not sure this is going to work out because these side pieces are not the same size. So, see, like here. That's fine. Just need to let's see how we went. Okay, and then this is going to get folded over. So let's cut this as well. Whoops, and I'm looking at that side and I realized that I cut the scallops. I was holding it the wrong way. It's a reverse scallop cut. There. Okay, and we're going to, that's also the reverse scallop cut. We're going to scallop cut this edge too. You don't need to go through all this. You can just use your regular scissors. No biggie. And then this is going to get folded up like so. And this will get folded down like so. If I could find out where it's been. Like so. Now it is a bit wider, but it's a pocket, it's a pouch, it's whatever you want it to be. We need to fix this. Don't know if I can here. There we go, fold that back under. It's a bit sloppy. Gracious goodness. Oh well. Like so. Or we could do it like so. But I think we want it like so. And I'm not going to ink the edges on this one because I don't think there's a need to ink any edges. I am going to burnish down those folds though. Okay, so here we're going to lay a bead of glue on the outside edge here and on the outside edge here because there's that overlap, remember. Then we're going to bead the glue here on the bottom to seal it. And boom. There's our envelope, pocket, pouch, whatever we want to call it. As I said, that is heavier cardstock. This is cardstock from the Dollar Tree. So I don't think, how wide is it? 6. We could make it, it'll be a little bit under 3 inches if we do it long ways. So we can make it, well, let's just fold it in half. Let's see what happens if we use it as a 6x6. It'll turn out just like this one will, because that was from a 6x6. So here we go. We're going to fold that in like that. We'll fold this one over like that so they overlap a little bit. Ooh. So is everybody, for those that celebrate Christmas, have you started decorating? I hope everything's going well in your life and you're finding some peace and joy this time of year. For everybody, not just those who celebrate Christmas. Excuse me. Yes. Right, it's hopefully, especially with all the horrible things going on out in the world, for us to be able to take a little time to appreciate what we have. Right. I'm just cutting that down. I'm not sure. Actually, that's pretty good. I probably should ink these edges simply because it's kind of hard to see. Now, the question is, what color are we going to ink them? These are the colors I have. I have Vintage Photo, Tumbled Glass, Old Paper, Salvage Patina. Oh, I don't think on that. We could try Old Paper. I'm not quite sure what that's going to look like on this. And let's try the side that we're going to put. Okay. This is the outside. So just so that it can be differentiated from the inside. Well, and what we could also do is, if we're using thinner paper, line it with something. This here needs to be trimmed in a little bit more, like so. Okie dokie. Yeah, not quite sure Old Paper's the way to go here, but it's fine for now. It is fine for now. Oh, so this is just another way to get through some of the scraps. And yeah. Like so. And of course you can put like little brads in there, and you can put string to wrap it around to make it more of like a what am I trying to say? a coin purse, right? A coin envelope. Although these are the kind of coin envelopes I got at the bank. They never had a closure to them. All right, so we did one out of this. We did one out of this. Let's see. Let's put these aside. And let's see about the book page here. Let's see if we do it with just the one. There. It's going to be kind of narrow. Or let's do that on the outside. We do this. And we fold this here. Okay. And we fold this up. Okay. And we fold it down. How big is this? Well, if we fold it down, get out of there. I want to fold it down a lot because I'm going to double fold the top flap. Okay, like so. Delicate, but it can work. Now, do we want it that way? Do we want it this way? Maybe this one. Well, no, this one on the outside because it has that rough edge. Okay. So let's use the scissors. And again. And we'll just kind of angle it there. And this one I'm going to leave that flap there actually. I'm just going to angle it in here. I'm going to leave that flap to actually glue it there. All right, let's do that. Where's my glue book? Over there underneath things. Okay, the first thing, I'm going to fold these in so I don't get glue on those. Okay. There, we're going to fold, now we'll open it up and we'll fold these in. Open it up and fold that in. Okay. That's good. And we will fold it down like so. Actually, first, before I fold it down, I'm just going to angle it in a little bit. Angle it in a little bit by folding it, not by cutting it. I am going to straighten out that edge, though. Okay. Glue book. Then this is going to get folded down. Needs to be folded down some more. Well, that's where it's going to get folded down to, and hopefully there. Now that's very layered up. Now these here, right? And let's take a look and see what this looks like when it's going to be folded over. There. And there. I'm actually going to do the same here. I'm just going to fold this over just a little bit here. Like so. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this because it's gluey. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run, which one is out? I'm just going to run the glue stick on the edge there. And I'm going to run the glue stick on the edge here. And hopefully, and then, yes, obviously I'm using glue stick as opposed to wet glue. Wet glue would go right through this paper. There, whoops. There. Whoops. Whoops, whoops. I keep on saying whoops. Now, because this is just one sheet of dictionary paper, it can tear very easily. But there's another pocket. Now, I don't think old paper will, oh, old paper will come up on this. This kind of, the weight of this paper kind of reminds me of, you know, the little white paper bags. Like if you're at the bakery and they give you a cookie, they give you it in like a little, like these are like the little glassine bags that some of us buy for use for decoration. It's very thin and delicate. So, like this right here, this angle needs to be angled more. The opening there. Because the fold, it's getting right here and here as well. Because it's there. It's where the folding is happening. All right, let's try this. Let's see if we can. Drop it down a little bit more. There. Okay. So there's another one. Now we said we would try this on just a sheet of regular white copy paper, which has some, which is fine. This is 8.5 by 11. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna glue stick this whole sheet of paper. Making sure we get the edges. Of course, we could also use Heat and Bond Light. We could use the iron. We could iron it on with the Heat and Bond. We could iron it on with plastic wrap. Whoops. No, you don't, sister. No, you don't. There. Oh, crinkly. Crinkly's okay. I don't care about crinkly. We could use double-sided adhesive tape. All right, I did that half so that I could then pull it back and do whatever's exposed here. Like so. Okay. so. And what I'm actually going to do, just to give myself a little break here, is take it to the paper trimmer. And trim it at the paper trimmer. Lining up the edge of the paper with this ridge right here so that I'm sure it's more or less squared off, or plumb, I guess I should say. It's not a square, it's a rectangle. So just making sure that it's plumb and even all the way around there. Okay. And now we're going to fold it like so. We actually might not need, we might trim off some more, right? How big do we want it? Fold it like so. Okay, I'm taking it back to the trimmer, and I'm going to trim it at, put that on the 1.5 inch mark. It should be fine, way more than what we need. Right? Exactly, way more than what we need. Now I have it all the way over here on the edge. There, that's fine. We're going to just fold it up. We're just eyeballing this. You really don't need any special tools for this. And we're going to fold it down like so. And once again, we're going to cut this in, cut that in. And we're going to cut that in. And we're going to cut this in. And I'm thinking I'm about to, oh, didn't cut that in very much. Have to cut that in a little bit more. I'm going to use my these. Let's see if I can get in here. Don't think I can. Here we go. There. We're gonna scallop this edge there, and we're gonna scallop that edge there. Okay, how are we doing so far? So far, so good. We're going to scallop this edge. Trying to make sure that the scallops line up. But if they don't, like they don't there, that's perfectly okay. Whoops. There. I don't need to scallop that edge. That edge is going to be on the underneath side. But I need to scallop this edge. Hold on, maybe that's why that's not. Where am I? Where am I? I'm here. I need to scallop this edge up. And, oh, no, wrong way. I need to scallop it this way. And I need to scallop it this way. And then I need to scallop it that way. And then I need to scallop this way, making sure that all the scallops are going in the right direction. There. You really can't see them at all, but we will ink edges. I'm not quite sure what color we should ink edges. Also, I think I want to cut this in a little bit more. Like so. And like so. Messed up there. And over here, I think this needs to be cut in a little more too. So we're going to go like that. And we're just going to try to make it one continuous cut. There. Make it a little easier on ourselves. And does that cover it? There's a little gap there, but you can barely see it. You don't say anything, I won't say anything. Okay, what color is this? Wilted violet. Is there anything in here? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe not so much. All right, let's just see how we're doing. Okay, so... Oh. Didn't mean to pull this one out, but it's in my hand, so do a little bit on the edge there. Outside edges on these two. Right? Yep. Outside edges. Here on the bottom. And there it is. That one is made with the tissue paper glued down to a piece of copy paper. Now, I use 24-pound weight copy paper, not 20-pound weight copy paper. It has a little bit extra, gives you a little bit extra. So, how are we doing on time? Oh, not bad at all. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I have a piece of vellum somewhere. Or instead of vellum does give it, I have this packaging, plastic packaging. There we go. We could use that. Now, again, this is kind of thin. Now remember, this was Rachel's idea. Let me see what I have here. Well, this is just white. We don't want to do white. This is, no, we won't do that one. Okay, I pulled out this one. I even had it was even loosely scored. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to glue it together, and we're going to use it on this one. That's what we're going to do. Where's the glue book? So, and let's see. Okay. Ugh. Okay, now because we're not folding things in half to get the whole thing, this does work a little bit differently. Let me take this down. So what's going to happen here is that we're going to figure out the size, right? And like so. Let's figure out the bag flap because this is doubled. Let's do that. And we will scallop it a little bit with our scissors. And again, the top. And for this, oops, got a little, something didn't scallop properly there, right there. Come on, don't argue with me, please. It's that same spot on the scissors. There must be something there. Okay, so this is the bag. We have this here. We don't need all this. We can take it down to here. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this or not because it's clear plastic. So I'm just cutting it a bit larger than that. Also, what I am going to do is I am going to fold it in half. Gosh, I can barely see it. I'm not sure you guys can see it. I'm going to fold it in half so I can get a nice angle, like so, hopefully. It's going to be hard to see. I might have done it down a little bit too far. Oh, look, it just ripped. Okay, I think I might have to go to vellum. All right, bear with me, folks. It's either just ripped or it had been ripped and I hadn't noticed it. Oh, no. Oh, that's the top piece of the bag. I just wasn't noticing. Okay. Let's see something else here. All right, we're going to cut off the hole so we don't do that again. Right, we're going to cut this down to about here. And we only need one of these, not two of these. So we're just going to just actually cut along the side folds. Now, because vellum, you can use like double-sided adhesive tape and the vellum is opaque, it's not transparent, so you would not necessarily see the tape behind it. We are not using that. Let me make sure that, okay, I'm going to fold this in half. I'm sorry, I can't even see it. I should be using vellum. And I'm going to angle it up. I don't know. That goes there. All right, hopefully this is what we're doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my, all right, let me move this out of the way for a second. I'm going to use my tape runner here. I think Rachel probably used, I don't know if she used liquid glue or double-sided adhesive tape. I'm not sure. Now, I'm going to place this more or less there. Thing is, I need to cut out those corners. All right, just put that one there. Something got on it. Angle out that corner. Fold that one in. Fold this one up. And for some reason, there. Now, I recommend use vellum so that you can see what you're doing, or tracing paper, right? Or you could use any thin book page paper or anything. Now, so there's the pocket, which you can't see to save your life because it's a plastic pocket. But we have this back here. Now, do we want to cover this with something like we could run washi tape down here? Might look kind of silly though. Or do we want to cover it with a piece of, I don't know, something else, like a piece of this? You can make it a writing space on the back. We're going to need something to put in there so we can see it's a pocket. There, we know it's a pocket. So obviously not that. You could decorate it as you see fit, of course. So that's Rachel's method, but using plastic packaging as opposed to vellum, right? Use what you have. Use what you have. Use what you have. Another thing we could do is like on something like this, or this one, I wouldn't. We could put a pocket, you could put a pocket on top of the pouch too if you wanted to. But, so there we go. Different ways to make these little coin envelopes, right? Something to do with your scraps. Oh, here's the other one. Something to do with your scraps. Well, I hope you're diving into your scrap bucket if yours looks anything like mine does. Yeah. This is another way to just start getting rid of those things. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And if you enjoyed it, spread the word. Share it with your friends. The only thing that limits you is your imagination. Don't let it. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.